Act 1 of War of the Realms is when the war, which has been raging through the other realms, comes here, comes to this realm, comes to Midtown Manhattan. Portal opens, all the worst bad guys from throughout those other realms show up here and start raising hell. And everybody has to respond to that. This is not just a Thor story at that point. This is an everybody's story.
War of the Realms, no joke, is one of the biggest Marvel Universe events we've ever done. Now, after this story that Jason Aaron's been building for almost 3 years, the forces of Asgard, the evil forces of Asgard, led by the Dark Prith Malekith, are gonna pour across the Dark Rainbow Bridge and flood New York, flood the world, and this is going to be a truly international Marvel adventure, and the first part is where the war is going to begin.
The first issue, War of the Realms, like, the heroes put up a good fight, but immediately you kind of see that things don't really go well for Earth and Earth's heroes.
I think one of the most exciting things for me that you're going to see in the first act of War of the Realms is how the Marvel heroes divide and conquer, the teams that are formed, the characters who may not have worked together, teaming up, and you're going to be seeing characters, heroes and villains that we haven't seen in a very long time. Just when you think Marvel's forgotten about your favorite hero, they're going to be there.
The McElroys are writing the Journey into Mystery miniseries, and they're, huge in the podcast world with their Adventure Zone podcast. And they've also got some experience writing comics, and they've got a deep love for all things Marvel. So they've really come up with a fun, exciting story. Journey into Mystery, it's a standalone tie-in, it's its own story, but it's actually pretty key to the whole War of the Realms event. Thor's baby sister proves to be pretty critical to potentially being able to stop Malekith and his forces.
Marvel's just one big tapestry. We've always said that this is a continuous, ongoing story, and that's what the fans love about what we do, and we're gonna give it to them in spades when it comes to War of the Realms. There have been storylines that are building in other books across the line, little hints we've been dropping, little Easter eggs that are coming together that you're gonna see.
Part of the promise of War of the Realms was about taking fantasy elements and mixing them up with Marvel Universe elements. Our Marvel Universe superheroes start to incorporate some of those fantasy elements, and Russell did an awesome job designing and drawing all that stuff. And it's my first time ever writing Daredevil, but it's also a very different sort of Daredevil. He's having to play on a completely different level, and he's powered up in a very significant way.
War of the Realms is truly one of the most beautiful comics I think we've ever produced. It's going to be the most beautiful thing you've ever seen put on paper.